The moment you stop seeking approval from others is the moment your true power awakens. Every person is a unique reflection of life, full of endless possibilities. But often we allow external opinions to dictate how we feel about ourselves. We find ourselves lost in the noise of the world, trying to fit into someone else's image of who we should be, rather than embracing the beautiful person we are. True fulfillment does not come from the validation of others. It comes from within. When you choose to focus on yourself, you unlock a space of peace and clarity that allows you to live authentically. We live in a world where we are constantly bombarded by external pressures to be something we're not. But the moment you decide that your happiness, your self-worth, and your journey are yours alone, the world will begin to respond in ways you never imagined. You are not here to live someone else's life. You are here to live your own, full of self-love, acceptance, and peace. The power to transform your life is already within you, waiting for you to realize that you are worthy of every good thing. This shift in focus, directing all of your energy inward instead of outward, is the key to finding the love and peace you seek. In the quiet, in the stillness, when you stop comparing yourself to others and start seeing the beauty within you, that is where true transformation begins. The world outside may always be busy, but inside you is a sanctuary where peace and love reign. Focus on yourself, and you will begin to see the changes you've been searching for. If you don't focus on yourself, you might find yourself stuck in a cycle of comparison, self-doubt, and frustration. Without the awareness of your own worth, you risk giving away your power to those around you. Every time you seek validation from others, you give a piece of your true self away. You may find yourself constantly chasing after approval, only to feel empty and unfulfilled, because external validation is never enough to nourish your soul. It can feel as though you're living someone else's life, trying to meet expectations that never truly satisfy. When you let the world's opinions of you shape your reality, you lose sight of your own values, your desires, and your dreams. The opinions of others are fleeting. They change, they shift, they come and go. But your sense of self-worth should not be based on these ever-changing external factors. If you tie your happiness to what others think or say about you, you place yourself in a position of constant instability. Every criticism, every rejection, becomes a reflection of your own value, which is not true. The real truth is that your worth is innate. It has nothing to do with what others think of you. Instead of letting external influences dictate your life, imagine the power that comes when you take control. When you focus inward, you create a solid foundation of self-love and acceptance. This foundation is unshakable. It is not swayed by others' opinions or criticisms. The more you focus on yourself, the more you realize how much you have to offer, how much love you are capable of, and how much peace you deserve. If you do not focus on yourself, you remain disconnected from your true potential. But when you do, the universe aligns with your desires, and the people, situations, and opportunities that reflect your true worth begin to flow to you. The journey of self-love is the most important one you'll ever embark upon. Self-love is not a selfish act, as some might believe. It is the most generous gift you can give yourself and the world around you. Without it, you can never fully experience the depth of peace and happiness that life has to offer. It's easy to think that we need the love of others to feel complete. But the truth is that you must first love yourself fully before anyone else can truly love you in the way you deserve. Self-love starts with acceptance. It's about accepting yourself just as you are, with all your imperfections, your flaws, your successes, and your mistakes. It's about looking in the mirror and acknowledging the beautiful soul that you are, not for what you've done or what you look like, but simply because you exist. There is a deep and beautiful power that lies in embracing every part of who you are. When you love yourself, you stop waiting for someone else to tell you that you're enough. You already know it. The practice of self-love also involves taking care of your emotional, mental, and physical well-being. It means taking time for yourself, time to rest, reflect, and recharge. You are not a machine. You are a human being who deserves care, kindness, and compassion. When you neglect your own needs, you start to feel depleted. But when you nurture yourself, you begin to fill your cup to overflowing. The more you love and care for yourself, the more love you have to give to others. The energy of self-love ripples outward, attracting positive experiences and people into your life. Self-love is also about forgiveness. It is about letting go of any self-judgment or criticism you hold against yourself. No matter what mistakes you've made in the past, they do not define who you are now. You are worthy of love simply because you exist. When you forgive yourself, you release the past and open up space for healing and growth. You stop holding yourself hostage to old wounds and start stepping into the fullness of who you are. When you cultivate a deep love for yourself, everything in your life begins to shift. You stop settling for less than you deserve. You stop attracting situations and people who don't value you. Instead, you begin to surround yourself with love and positivity. You become a magnet for the life you've always dreamed of, one filled with peace, joy, and abundance. Self-love is the foundation of all these things. It is the first step in creating a life that reflects your true worth. And when you love yourself, you begin to see just how truly amazing you are. One of the most freeing realizations you can have in life is understanding that you are not defined by the opinions of others. Too often we tie our self-worth to how others see us, allowing their thoughts, judgments, and expectations to shape how we feel about ourselves. But the truth is, other people's opinions of you are a reflection of them, not of you. They are influenced by their own experiences, beliefs, and biases, and they are not an accurate measure of your value. When you live your life based on someone else's view of you, you give up your personal power. You allow someone else to dictate how you should feel about yourself. But what if you chose to stop listening to those voices? What if you decided that the only opinion that matters is your own? When you make this choice, you take back control. You no longer depend on others to validate your worth. Instead, you begin to see that you have always been worthy just as you are, and no one can take that away from you. We often find ourselves trying to fit into a mold created by society or by those around us. But the most authentic and peaceful life comes from embracing who you truly are, regardless of what others think. You are a unique and beautiful expression of life, and your value is inherent. It is not dependent on how well you meet others' expectations or how closely you follow their guidelines. Your worth is not something that can be measured or ranked by others. It is a part of who you are, your birthright. When you begin to let go of the need for approval, you open the door to freedom. You are free to make decisions that are true to your heart, not based on what others might think. You are free to be yourself without fear of judgment. The more you embrace who you are and let go of the need for others' validation, the more you will experience peace and contentment in your life. This freedom allows you to grow into the person you were always meant to be, confident, joyful, and unapologetically yourself. One of the most powerful tools for building self-love and confidence is the use of affirmations. These simple yet profound statements have the ability to reshape your inner dialogue and change the way you see yourself. Affirmations are not just words. They are a direct connection to your subconscious mind, planting seeds of positivity, self-worth, and empowerment. Repeating affirmations daily helps you shift from negative self-talk to empowering beliefs that support your growth and happiness. Begin by affirming your worth every single day. Start with statements like, "I am enough," "I am worthy of love and happiness," and "I am deserving of all good things." These may feel unfamiliar at first, especially if you've spent years believing the opposite. But over time, with consistent repetition, these affirmations will become your truth. You will start to believe in your own greatness, and the way you carry yourself in the world will begin to reflect that. The beauty of affirmations is that they can be customized to your needs. If you struggle with feeling confident, affirmations like, "I am confident and capable," can help to reprogram your mind. If you've struggled with feeling unworthy, repeat, "I am worthy of love and respect," until you internalize these truths. You are the creator of your reality, and through affirmations, you have the power to rewrite the narrative of your life. As you continue to affirm your worth, your mindset will begin to shift. You will start to see yourself in a new light, one where you are worthy, lovable, and powerful. These affirmations can also help you overcome negative thought patterns, replacing them with thoughts that serve your highest good. The more you repeat these positive statements, the more you will start to believe them. And as you believe them, your actions, your relationships, and your overall sense of self will align with this new reality. The power of affirmations lies in their simplicity and consistency. They are a daily practice that will slowly but surely build a foundation of self-love and self-worth. Begin each day with a positive affirmation and carry that energy with you throughout the day. Let it guide you through challenges, doubts, and moments of insecurity. The more you affirm your greatness, the more your life will reflect the truth that you are deserving of everything you desire. One of the most detrimental habits we can develop is comparing ourselves to others. It's easy to fall into the trap of looking at someone else's life and feeling that we don't measure up. We might see someone with more success, more money, more popularity, or more happiness, and feel inadequate. But the reality is that comparison is a thief. It steals your joy, your peace, and your sense of self-worth. When you compare, you stop living your life and begin to live in someone else's shadow. Every person is on their own unique journey, and just because someone else appears to be ahead doesn't mean that you are lacking in any way. Life isn't a race, and there is no prize for reaching a certain destination before others. Your path is yours alone, and it is unfolding in perfect timing. The more you compare, the more you distance yourself from the understanding that your journey is just as valuable as anyone else's. Letting go of comparison means embracing your own process and recognizing that your life is not meant to look like anyone else's. There is no right or wrong way to live. It's all about finding what feels right for you. When you stop comparing, you begin to celebrate your own progress, no matter how small. You start to recognize the unique qualities, strengths, and gifts that make you who you are. You begin to honor your own journey instead of wishing for someone else's. It's important to remember that what we see on the outside is often not the full picture. People may appear to have everything together, but they too are on their own path, with their own struggles, challenges, and dreams. No one's life is perfect, and comparison only serves to rob you of the peace and joy that comes from embracing where you are right now. Focus on your own journey, your own growth, and your own blessings. When you stop comparing, you open the door to gratitude and self-acceptance. Comparing yourself to others is a habit that can be broken with practice. Each time you notice the urge to compare, gently remind yourself that your journey is your own, and it is beautiful and valid. Trust in the process of your life, and know that where you are is exactly where you need to be. The more you let go of comparison, the more peace and confidence you will find in yourself and your life. When you truly love yourself, it is reflected in every relationship you have. The energy you carry within yourself radiates outward, influencing the people you attract and the way they treat you. If you are constantly doubting your worth or seeking approval from others, your relationships may mirror those feelings of insecurity. You might find yourself attracting people who do not respect your boundaries or who treat you in ways that are not aligned with the love you deserve. However, when you focus on loving yourself deeply, you begin to create an environment where only those who value and appreciate you are drawn to you. Loving yourself means setting healthy boundaries. When you respect yourself, you make it clear to others how you expect to be treated. You no longer tolerate relationships that drain your energy or leave you feeling small. Instead, you surround yourself with people who lift you up, who acknowledge your worth, and who love you for who you truly are. Self-love gives you the strength to say no to situations that do not serve your highest good and to say yes to those that align with your values and your purpose. When you love yourself, you become more compassionate toward others as well. You stop viewing relationships through the lens of neediness or desperation, and instead, you approach them with a sense of balance and mutual respect. You understand that love is not about seeking to complete each other, but about supporting each other's growth and individual journeys. Healthy, loving relationships are a reflection of the love you have for yourself. The more you honor yourself, the more you attract people who honor you in return. This is the beauty of self-love. It creates a ripple effect that touches every part of your life, including your relationships. As you continue to nurture self-love, you'll begin to notice a shift in how others treat you. You will no longer tolerate disrespect, and you'll attract relationships that are built on trust, kindness, and respect. The love you give to yourself is never wasted. It becomes the foundation for all the love you receive in return. Self-care is not a luxury. It is a necessity for your well-being. To truly love yourself, you must prioritize your own needs and take care of your physical, emotional, and mental health. Self-care goes beyond pampering yourself. It's about making time to nourish your soul, listen to your body, and give yourself the rest and attention you deserve. When you neglect yourself, you deplete your energy and your ability to love others in a healthy, balanced way. But when you make self-care a priority, you replenish your energy and increase your capacity for love, compassion, and peace. Start by acknowledging the importance of rest. In a world that constantly demands more from us, it's easy to feel guilty about taking time for ourselves. But rest is essential for your body and mind to heal and recharge. Allow yourself to take breaks without feeling the need to justify them. Your well-being is just as important as the tasks you complete. When you rest, you allow your body to replenish its energy, your mind to find clarity, and your soul to reconnect with peace. Taking care of yourself means giving yourself permission to pause, to breathe, and to be present in the moment. Self-care also includes emotional nurturing. Take time to check in with yourself regularly. How are you feeling? Are there any unresolved emotions that need to be expressed or healed? Self-care is about honoring your emotions and allowing yourself the space to process them. This can be through journaling, meditation, talking to someone you trust, or simply sitting in quiet reflection. The more you care for your emotional health, the stronger your connection to your true self becomes. Another aspect of self-care is creating a positive mental environment. This includes eliminating negative self-talk and replacing it with loving, affirming thoughts. Speak to yourself with kindness and compassion. Your mind is a powerful tool, and the more you nurture it with uplifting thoughts, the more you will feel empowered and at peace. The energy you put into your thoughts shapes the way you experience life. So, take time each day to fill your mind with affirmations, gratitude, and love. Self-care also involves nurturing your physical body. Treat your body with the respect it deserves by eating nourishing foods, moving your body in ways that feel good, and getting enough sleep. Your body is the vessel through which you experience life. And when you care for it, you are showing love and appreciation for the life you've been given. Ultimately, self-care is about showing up for yourself with love and compassion. When you prioritize your own well-being, you fill your own cup, and from there, you can give to others from a place of abundance, not depletion. Self-care is an act of love, and it is essential for maintaining a healthy, balanced, and fulfilling life. The most important relationship you will ever have in this life is the one you have with yourself. All other relationships are built on this foundation. How you treat yourself, how you speak to yourself, and how you care for yourself will determine the quality of the relationships you have with others. If you want to experience love, respect, and fulfillment in your relationships with others, you must first cultivate these qualities within yourself. It's easy to look outward and seek love and validation from others. But the truth is, you will never feel truly loved until you learn to love yourself first. When you accept yourself, flaws and all, you open the door to experiencing love in its purest form. Self-love creates a space within you where you feel whole, complete, and at peace, regardless of external circumstances. Your relationship with yourself sets the tone for how you show up in the world. If you are harsh with yourself, critical of your flaws, and focused on what you think you lack, that energy will radiate outwards and affect your interactions with others. However, when you approach yourself with kindness, patience, and love, you attract people and experiences that mirror these qualities. Learning to nurture a loving relationship with yourself means becoming your own best friend. It means supporting yourself in times of struggle, celebrating your victories, and showing yourself compassion in moments of doubt. When you treat yourself with the same love and respect you would give to someone you care about deeply, you create a foundation of self-worth and self-acceptance that will carry you through all aspects of life. This relationship with yourself is ongoing and evolving. It requires patience, practice, and understanding. But the more you invest in loving yourself, the more you will experience the beauty of life, love, and connection with others. Self-love is the key that unlocks everything you desire in life, and it all begins with the relationship you have with yourself. Trusting your own inner wisdom is one of the most empowering things you can do for yourself. We often seek answers outside of ourselves, looking for validation from others or trying to figure out what to do based on external opinions. But the truth is, all the guidance you need is already within you. Your intuition, your inner voice, and your feelings are powerful tools that can lead you toward the best decisions for your life. Your inner wisdom is a direct connection to your higher self, the part of you that is always aligned with your truth and your purpose. It's that quiet, guiding voice that speaks to you when you're faced with choices or challenges. However, in order to hear this voice clearly, you must learn to trust it and tune out the noise of external distractions. The more you trust yourself, the more you align with your inner wisdom, and the more confident you become in your decisions and actions. This trust is cultivated by quieting your mind and tuning into your feelings. Take time each day to listen to your body and your emotions. When something feels right, it resonates deep within you. When something feels off, your intuition sends you signals to pay attention. By learning to honor these signals, you strengthen your ability to make decisions that are in alignment with your true self. As you begin to trust your inner wisdom, you'll notice that your confidence grows. You won't need to seek outside approval or validation because you'll know within yourself what is best for you. This trust allows you to step forward in life with greater ease, knowing that you are always guided and supported by your own innate wisdom. The more you trust yourself, the more you create a life that reflects your true desires and values. Living in the present moment is one of the most important practices for cultivating self-love and inner peace. Too often we find ourselves trapped in the past, ruminating over mistakes, regrets, or things we cannot change. Or we worry about the future, imagining worst-case scenarios, and stressing over things that have not yet happened. But the only moment that truly exists is now. The present moment is where your power lies, and it is the key to experiencing peace and joy. When you embrace the present, you let go of the need to control everything. You allow life to unfold naturally, trusting that everything is happening exactly as it should. In the present moment, there is no need to judge yourself because you are simply being, simply experiencing. You don't need to prove anything, be anyone other than who you are, or worry about what the future holds. The present moment is a place of acceptance, peace, and gratitude. To begin embracing the present moment, Start by practicing mindfulness. This can be as simple as paying attention to your breath, noticing the sensations in your body, or being fully present in whatever you're doing. Whether you're eating, walking, or spending time with loved ones, give yourself the gift of being fully present. Let go of the distractions and the worries that pull you away from the now. When you do, you will find that the present moment becomes a source of peace and fulfillment. Living in the present allows you to experience life as it is, without the burden of past regrets or future anxieties. When you are fully present, you are more connected to yourself, to others, and to the world around you. The more you practice being in the present moment, the more you will feel grounded, centered, and at peace. The present is where all the magic of life happens. And when you learn to embrace it, you unlock a deeper level of joy and self-love. Self-doubt is one of the biggest obstacles to living a life of joy and fulfillment. It holds you back from stepping into your true potential and living the life you deserve. Every time you question your worth, your abilities, or your right to pursue your dreams, you are giving power to fear and insecurity. But the truth is, you are more capable, more powerful, and more deserving than you may realize. The only thing standing in the way of your potential is your own doubt. To release self-doubt, you must first recognize that it is just a thought, a belief that you have the power to change. Self-doubt is not a reflection of your true self. It is simply a learned response based on fear or past experiences. When you acknowledge that these thoughts are not your truth, you can begin to replace them with affirmations of self-belief and confidence. You are worthy of success, love, and happiness. You are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to. Start by identifying the areas of your life where self-doubt shows up. Whether it's in your career, your relationships, or your personal goals, pay attention to the thoughts that arise when you think about these areas. Then challenge those thoughts. Ask yourself, is this thought based in reality, or is it a product of fear? Remind yourself of your strengths, your accomplishments, and the many ways you've proven to yourself that you are capable. The more you release self-doubt, the more you open yourself up to your true potential. You begin to take actions that align with your dreams and desires without holding yourself back. You recognize that you are deserving of all the good that life has to offer, and you start to take steps toward creating the life you want. Embracing your true potential means stepping into the fullness of who you are, without apologies or fear. Self-love is the foundation for everything else in life. It is the key that unlocks peace, happiness, and the ability to create a life that is aligned with your highest desires. As you continue to focus on loving yourself, trusting your intuition, and nurturing your mind, body, and soul, you begin to experience profound transformations. Your relationships will improve, your confidence will grow, and you will begin to attract everything you've always desired. Remember that self-love is not something that happens overnight. It's a continuous journey of growth, healing, and self-discovery. But with each step you take toward loving yourself more deeply, you are creating a life that reflects the beauty, power, and worth that you already possess. Trust in the process, honor your journey, and know that you are worthy of all the love and blessings that life has to offer. By embracing self-love, you tap into a limitless source of strength, joy, and fulfillment. you are not only changing your own life, but also contributing to the greater good of the world around you. As you love yourself more, you inspire others to do the same. Your energy becomes a beacon of light, radiating love, acceptance, and peace. And that, my friend, is the power of self-love, transforming your life, your relationships, and your world.